Imagine sitting in a meeting, saying nothing out loud, and your AI already knows you need to send a follow-up email, flag a budget conflict, and reschedule Thursday's call. Before you even realized it yourself, that is not a concept. That is what Omi is doing right now, and it has been running on people's bodies 24 hours a day. Omi is an open source AI wearable from based hardware. It is a small device you clip on. It listens to your conversations, it watches your screen, and it tells you what to do, without you asking. No keyboard, no wake word, no manual prompt. It is always on, always watching, always processing, and that description alone will make some people uncomfortable, which is exactly why we need to talk about it. So, what does it actually do? The device captures ambient audio continuously. Everything around you, meetings, phone calls, casual conversations at your desk, gets transcribed in real time. Simultaneously, a companion app on your phone or laptop captures what is happening on your screen. The system runs both streams through a local or cloud language model, and the model generates proactive suggestions, not responses, suggestions. Nobody asked it anything. It just decided you needed to know something. In practice, this looks like you are on a sales call, the client mentions a competitor by name, and Omi surfaces a quick fact about your pricing advantage without you lifting a finger. Or you are writing a document and you say out loud to yourself, I need to check the Q3 numbers. And before you open a new tab, Omi has already pulled relevant context and queued it. The demo on GitHub shows real transcripts, real suggestions, real latency. The audio to action pipeline runs in under 3 seconds in most tested conditions. The hardware itself is minimal by design. Open source schematics, a small form factor, and a companion app that handles the heavy lifting. The project is fully on GitHub, meaning you can build the device yourself or order one, and you can self-host the AI backend if you want to keep data off third-party servers. But here is the thing. There is a version of this that sounds incredible, and a version that reveals real cracks. And both are true at the same time. What it does not do well yet is context prioritization. The model does not always know when to stay quiet. In noisy environments, or during conversations with a lot of tangential content, you get suggestions that are technically accurate, but completely irrelevant to what you actually care about right now. The signal to noise problem is real. A system that proactively interrupts you with low relevant suggestions is not a productivity tool. It is a distraction machine with good intentions. Privacy is not a solved problem either. Even with local hosting options, the default setup sends audio and screen data to external APIs. For most enterprise use cases or anything involving client conversations, that is a hard blocker today. The project acknowledges this, but acknowledging a gap is not the same as closing it. And the hardware, while impressively small, is still a prototype class product. Battery life, connectivity stability, and form factor comfort over long days are areas where early users have flagged friction. This is not a polished consumer product yet. It is an open source research platform that happens to work. What surprised me was how close the core idea is to actually working. Because if you solve the noise problem, if the model learns your priorities, your work context, your communication style, the use cases get genuinely powerful. Think about a doctor in rounds. Omi listens to the patient encounter, watches the EHR screen, and surfaces a drug interaction flag the physician did not look up. No typing, no query, just ambient intelligence running in the background. Or think about a founder in back-to-back investor meetings. The system tracks every commitment made across every conversation and generates a reconcile action list by end of day. The realistic near-term scenario is not replacing your assistant. It is giving you recall and awareness you simply cannot maintain on your own. For that to happen, the project needs 3 things. A smarter relevance filter so it knows when to stay silent, a credible fully local processing mode so it can enter regulated environments, and better hardware endurance so people actually wear it all day. None of those are moonshots. They are engineering problems with known solution paths. So why does Omi exist? Because the way we interact with AI right now is still fundamentally reactive. You open a chat window, you type a question, you wait. The human initiates everything, every single time. Omi's thesis is that the most valuable AI is not the one that answers your questions. It is the one that notices things you would have missed. The problem it is solving is cognitive load. Meetings, screens, decisions, follow-ups. The volume of information a knowledge worker has to track in a single day has outpaced human working memory. And the solution the entire industry landed on was a better search box. Omi is betting that is the wrong answer. Is it there yet? No. Is the direction right? That is the more interesting question. And honestly, I think it is. An always on ambient layer that surfaces the right information at the right moment without being asked is one of those ideas that sounds obvious in retrospect. We are just in the ugly early phase where it works sometimes, fails visibly, and requires you to build your own hardware. The GitHub repo is linked below. If you want to dig into how the audio pipeline and screen capture feed into the same context window, that architecture is genuinely worth studying, even if you never build the device. Next episode, we are looking at another open source project that is doing something equally counterintuitive with real-time data, and the results are much more mixed. Subscribe so you do not miss it.